Okay, so in the things you know, things you don't know, and how to tell a difference, we begin by looking at Einstein's principle of the domains of knowledge. And what we're looking at here in this illustration is a yellow sphere that represents all knowledge possible in the entire universe. Naturally, there are things out there in the universe that exist that you are unaware of. Those would be the things you don't know you don't know. In the wedges off to the right there, we have the thin green sliver, which is basically the things that you know you know. You know the language that you speak. You know how to read a book. Those kinds of things. And then above that, in the red wedge, we have the things that you realize that you don't know. For instance, a foreign language, or you don't know how to do a particular thing on the computer that you saw somebody do one time. So we can break down these domains of knowledge into all possible knowledge, the things that you know out of that set, and the things that you know you don't know, and that larger area, which is the things that you don't know, which I would imagine is incredibly huge for myself, and obviously this drawing is not to scale. So when it comes to understanding these things, we will start looking at and focusing on primarily those that you don't know. It kind of implies that somebody else does know them. And if somebody else knows it, but you don't, they can share that with you. And hopefully that'll be done in a way that's very non threatening and is actually beneficial to you. So we will get into that here in just a moment. And whoops, I went a little bit beyond here. So are you familiar with that picture? If you're not, again, it's relating the Einsteinian principle of the domains of knowledge. I'm not sure where that comes from. I've looked and can't find it. I looked at Einstein's records online, which, by the way, his notes and things are available to you online. If you do a little searching, you'll be able to find those. In our lunch lesson about this topic, whoopsie, there we go. We understand that after you become aware of those domains of knowledge, you can begin to focus your learning in those areas that are in that yellow sphere. Even just acknowledging the fact that there are things out there that you're not quite aware of allows that opening that is absolutely essential to the learning process. Without an opening, learning can't happen. See, I don't believe that learning can be shoved into the learner. It's more a matter of increasing their awareness of things they did not know were out there. Once you help them understand what they don't know, then the learner tends to open up and be more receptive to what is being shown. And again, it's all about increasing their awareness to the point that they actually can see things that were pretty much right in front of them the whole time. They just weren't aware of them or how to look for them. So once that opening has been created, then the learning can actually occur. Until then, it's just not going to happen. And it's actually a focus of mine to increase the awareness to the point and show enough of these items to the point that they actually develop a what I call burning desire to learn. And when they have that burning desire to learn, then there's nothing you can do to stop learning from happening. And that's actually a very good goal to have as an instructor of some sort. So if you get the students fired up to the point that they want to go out and learn even on their own, there's nothing you can do to botch that. And I've run into numerous lessons and trainings on my own throughout the years where it seemed like the instructor was doing their best to demotivate me and keep me from wanting to learn anything about what they had to say. Okay, again, it is what you don't know that matters most. So keep that in mind as you go through any training and focus on those items. And if you're in a training where they're not actually trying to point those things out to you, maybe you should look into some other kind of training. All right. Again, with technology, this is even more important because it's really hard to know what you don't know about technology without learning at least a little bit to begin with. And again, all of our lessons are geared toward presenting technology in a way that is going to help you pull out those items that you're unaware of, and highlight them so that you get enough of a vocabulary that you can at least relay, okay, I don't know anything about cell referencing, or I don't know what absolute and relative referencing means. If you don't have a vocabulary to begin with, then it's really hard to even ask for assistance. Okay, as we continue on here with our lesson, and a little bit of information about lunch lessons. We measure your comfort and experience levels. That is of utmost importance, because if you're not comfortable, you're never going to get out there and gain the experience. You have got to be absolutely 100% comfortable with the training and with the technology that you have in front of you at this time. If you feel uncomfortable in the least, you will never open up to the learning, and you will never go out and explore and play with the technology. And it's really our goal to get everyone to the point that they feel like a 5-year-old again, and they want to go out there and experience and learn and play with their technology in the ways that a 5-year-old would. I've taught 5-year-olds and I've taught 80-year-olds, and there's quite a gap there in comfort levels, because the 5-year-olds want, they might have a little bit of trepidation because they've heard people talking about breaking computers and things. But the instant you tell them, no, no, it's okay, go ahead and click everything on the screen, they will do exactly that. They'll click everything on the screen, and they'll follow your words, your direction verbatim. When you say always click that kind of a button, they will always click that kind of a button anytime they see it, even if it's to their detriment. Doesn't matter, because they want to know everything there is to know, and they want to please people, and they want to feel good about themselves and discover things and learn and grow. And unfortunately, the vast majority of computer users out there are not in that space. So it is actually our goal to increase your awareness, get over any kind of discomfort that you have, to allow you to gain the experience necessary to become that person in the office that everyone comes to and is looking for new and wonderful and exciting things from. So enjoy the other two courses that are coming up: the CC Edit Core Values for Any Business, and the how to take 100% control of your computer. All right, we will get into those here in just a moment. And thank you for your time.